So one of the things that I think has come up is there's a renewed focus on locality and being local and hyper relevant to what you serve. So for example, if you have a high authority score in New York, but someone in Atlanta is searching for it, it may not go to the New York site because it thinks that the Atlanta site is more relevant to it. So the authority score isn't necessarily what matters. Is it that authority score relevant to what this person is searching for? That's been a change. It was just you want an authority score, but now it requires a little bit more nuance. So talk about how being local, how locality has come into this.
So locality has always been such a huge thing for SEO. It has gotten even more challenging because Google has now learned how to associate a location in a way that it's never been before.
You're allowing access. I mean, if you go onto a website and the computer has an ability to know where you are, it says allow access, allow only this time.
So Google knows where the person is located, and now it's actually reflecting where the website is in relation to the search.
And it's doing that because that's an easier way to make more money on geo-targeting. However, it benefits now because when you're SEO, you're getting a piece of data.
And when we go back to the original purpose of Google, when people are searching for a term without a city, before it was always a national search. So if you typed in personal trainer, you got personal trainers, the most dominant personal trainer, and it could be New York City, it could be California, whoever has the strongest website, it will come up, which means that's a poor user experience because I may not know that about Google. I may not understand that I have to type in a city. Now, likely most people will go back and add a city after that. But I would imagine there's people who were confused and then weren't able to get the results that they were looking for because they didn't know to type in their location.
And I bet you there are plenty of businesses in this country that were able to scale up because they realized that that mechanism was there and that if they just took over the world, Morgan & Morgan comes to mind. That's a national firm that is the biggest lawyer. And they probably by accident just like, oh my God, they're letting me just search. Let's just take over, let's own this search. Why think small-minded? If you take over the whole country, you'll make your money back and then some.
Obviously for national providers, to your point, if you have advice line or if you have a national resource where you can just provide training or that type of information.
Even mortgages, things that are applicable straight across the country. If you can get in that top 10 in those days, then it was a huge advantage. Now, it is more local. So even if you do that search locally now, you're more likely to You would have made enough money when you were national that you could figure out how to localize it if you need to. And I think locality is important, right? I think the COVID forced communities. I think people in Atlanta really want to do business with people in Atlanta. That probably wasn't the case in the 90s and 2000s. There's more love around the city. I think people want to do good for their neighbors. So I think that's more prominent now than ever. So I think the timing's good on that.
That's true. And I think that there's more data out there locally before. I think one of the reasons why SEO is still such a great opportunity for businesses is because there's still so many gaps on Google.